International Skating Union presents on behalf of its worldwide membership a comprehensive study of ice dance, a major figure skating discipline. This presentation provides an analysis of the key features of the ISU compulsory dances. The compulsory dances have been classified into 5 groups: waltzes, the rhythm dances, the lively rhythms, the tangos, and the Latin dances. Waltzes are dances with a lilting 3-beat rhythm pattern skated in an elegant manner. The European waltz is skated with a continuous rise and fall of the knees, synchronized to the 3/4 time waltz music. All steps take 3 skating counts. The couple is in waltz or closed position. The man's right hand is on the lady's left shoulder blade and their arms are extended. The lady's left hand is placed on the inside of the man's shoulder with her fingertips touching his collarbone. They must remain close together without separating the position. They must stay square or opposite each other. This is the basic European waltz 3-turn. The free foot is extended in back and then brought to the skating heel for the turn. The skater steps down immediately after the turn with the free foot extended forward. His left 3-turn is followed by her left 3-turn. The 3 is turned between the partner's feet. Here is an example of incorrect unison. The lady is stepping and staying inside the man's curve instead of stepping between the man's feet. The 3 is turned on the count of 3. 1, 2, turn, 1, 2, turn. The distance between the couple must be constant. The shoulders remain parallel to each other throughout. The leg extensions must match throughout. The pattern should be on a curve. Between the side lobes of the dance, the man skates a cross roll. As he changes circle, he crosses his left foot over his right to skate his forward cross roll onto the left outside edge. The impetus is gained from the outside edge of the skating foot as it becomes the free foot. The lady changes circles with a back transitional stroke, where the feet are placed together rather than crossed. It's difficult for the lady to bring her free foot in neatly and to keep her hips underneath her. The American Waltz. This dance is also skated to 3/4 time waltz music, but each step takes 6 skating counts. All motions should be smooth and flowing throughout, with a continuous knee action. This dance features the American Waltz 3-turn. These 3 turns are interspersed with swing rolls. The free foot extends back, is brought to the heel at the point of the turn, is extended back, and is brought together for the next step. The 3 turns are executed in waltz hold, with shoulders and hips parallel. The 3-turn is directed between the partner's feet. Free leg action is coordinated and matching. In this dance, the 3 turns are turned on the count of 4. The timing is 1, 2, 3, turn, 5, 6. This couple have purposely started with improperly timed introductory steps so that the dance begins on the count of 4 rather than count 1, so that the 3 turns are on beat 1. This puts them on the incorrect strong beat. You can see that the dance lacks the correct waltz feeling. The man's transition at the change of lobe differs from his in the European waltz. He has an open stroke rather than a cross roll in this dance. Notice that the pattern should have lobes which are evenly distributed. A pattern with one lobe to the center is optional in small arenas or for dancers who skate with more flow. The Starlight Waltz. Also waltzed to 6 skating counts, the Starlight should be a lively, lilting dance, skated with true Viennese Waltz rhythm and character. Strong edges, knee action, and lean change enhance it. Chassés are a series of 3 short edges, usually outside, inside, outside. In the Starlight Waltz, 3 types of chassés are featured. The simple, the crossed, the slide. On the second step of the simple chassé, the free foot is lifted up beside the skating foot. On the first step of the crossed chassé, As the free foot becomes the skating foot, it is crossed behind. On the second step of the slide chassé, the free foot is extended forward. In all three chassés, the power is gained on the first and third step, but not the middle step. The counts of 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3 represent the timing of the opening chassé series. The third step of a chassé must remain as an outside edge, not a change or an inside. This section is completed with a change of edge at the end, followed by a swing roll, and a series of European waltz type of 3 turns. Following the 3s, the lady skates an outside closed mohawk. For the closed mohawk, the instep of the free foot is brought to the heel of the skating foot. Following the weight transfer, the new free foot is moved in front with the hip closed. In this dance, the lady's closed mohawk must be skated with a leg lift after the turn. Next, the man skates a series of chassés and swing rolls. The lady skates quick open mohawks before each swing roll. The next section has an unusual change of hold. During step 26, the man releases his left hand, places it across his back. The lady then clasps his left hand in her right hand. The man releases his right hand so he can turn his 3. The lady then completes this with a cross behind chassé. The dance concludes with an American Waltz 3-turn for the lady, matched by a slide chassé for the man. The Viennese Waltz. This is a dance in which the unison is difficult to master. With outstanding unison, this couple maintains the lightness and lilt of the typical Viennese waltz timing. In this opening section, the man must skate a change of edge to change from one side of the lady's tracing to the other side. The couple start in closed position with the woman slightly offset to the man's side before skating the change of edge. To reverse position. The couple sustain the closed, slightly offset position before the man's 3-turn. Then the lady follows the man into his Choctaw, following this with her open mohawk. The man's left forward inside entry edge into the Choctaw is held for 3 beats. He turns, and the right back outside edge is held for 2 beats, followed by a cross in front on count 6. The lady's open mohawk begins with a 2-beat left outside, turned on beat 3 to a right back outside, followed by her 3-beat left back inside. On the second side of the dance, they skate the same steps, but with the man backward and the lady forward, concluding the dance with a swing roll. The timing pattern of this dance features a stress on 6-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. The count of the progressives is 1-1-3, not 2-1-3 like the regular waltz. The count applies with the lady skating the same section forward. Notice the somewhat different expression of these two couples as they skate the dance. The Westminster Waltz. This dance should be skated with neat feet and a soft, lilting waltz expression. The opening progressive ends with a slight change of edge. This change creates a power thrust from the left forward inside onto the right forward inside edge. These inside mohawks are skated side by side with a change from Killian to reverse Killian. The free foot does not swing through at the turn. For this inside open mohawk, the free foot comes into the instep for the turn, but does not swing past. The free leg moves back after the turn. A cross behind chassé for both skaters commences the rocker counter section. The man's outside swing counter turn is skated from a left forward outside to a back outside edge. While the lady's inside swing rocker is skated from a right forward inside to a back inside. The lady's rocker is from right forward inside to right back inside. The man's counter is from left forward outside to left back outside. The placement of the free legs after the turn is optional. This couple places their free legs forward. This couple places their free legs back. And this couple leave their free feet beside and do not extend at all. On step 15, the inside three must be turned on count 4. Step 17 must be a progressive before taking the wide step 18. The concluding steps of the dance are often skated on flats or curves that are too shallow. After their threes, the man must move the lady across his body to resume Killian hold in preparation for the restart of the dance. The Ravensburger Waltz. This is a fast, elegant Viennese-type waltz which should be skated with lightness and lilt while mastering the complex changes of position and fast steps. A strong waltz pulsation is achieved by stressing the 2-1 count of many of the steps. The opening inside threes are distinctive to the Ravensburger. The count on these threes is 1, 2, turn, swing, 5, 6. This is the first of 3 different twizzles for the lady in this dance, all turned under the man's left arm. Step 4 is a 1 revolution inside forward twizzle, followed by a fast mohawk, and concluding with a chasse and a swing roll. This section of mohawks is skated neatly with a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 timing into the next lady's twizzle. This lady's step 22 is a 1 revolution outside forward twizzle on count 2, followed by a right forward inside, and the lady's third twizzle. Step 30, this twizzle is a back outside 1.5 revolution twizzle ending with her left forward outside while he turns his 3. This is the last section of the dance. The lady's outside rocker, then her closed Choctaw should be deeply skated on the correct edges. These walk-around 3 turns must be skated as close together as possible, with a common axis between them and their bodies opposite. It is important to start the opening steps of the dance before the corner, so that the opening lobe of the dance is a well-balanced curve. The pattern at the other end must be taken up ice here and back into the 4th corner here in order for the restart of the 3s to be at the same point. The Austrian Waltz. This dance has intricate footwork, especially for the lady, and many position changes for the couple. The couple must master these difficulties before they can give this dance its lilting Viennese Waltz-type character. Step 1 is the first set of touchdown 3s, turned side by side in Killian position. In a touchdown 3, this lady turns her left outside 3, briefly touches down with her right foot to gain momentum to step forward on her left foot again. They both turn their 3s on count 3 and step forward again on count 4. This section leads into the lady's change of edge twizzle. This twizzle is turned with her foot crossed in front. Repeating this section, the rotational 3s, the lady's right back inside pull change of edge, her counterclockwise back outside twizzle under the man's left arm, followed by a step forward where the lady continues with a Ravensburger 3-turn. The lady's second twizzle in this dance is a left forward inside cross behind twizzle, while the man turns a right forward outside American Waltz 3 on count 6 of the measure. The lady skates a right forward outside, then crosses behind onto a left forward inside before turning her twizzle on count 3 of the next measure, also under his left arm. The lady is now preparing to pass into a crossed foxtrot hold. This is similar to a foxtrot hold, but arms are wrapped around each other's waists as the couple turn their simultaneous threes. This is the back-to-back section. The couple must release their hold and step forward in opposite directions after the man's right back outside cross behind three-beat edge. A left forward inside twizzle, turned in a clockwise direction, is performed by doing a left forward inside three turn, immediately stepping forward onto her right forward outside edge. At the end of the rink, the lady skates difficult consecutive twizzles. The lady skates a right forward inside 1.5 rotation counterclockwise twizzle, immediately followed by a left back outside 1 rotation clockwise twizzle. This dance concludes with a series of rotational threes performed in opposite directions of rotation. The Golden Waltz. This is an extremely difficult dance, with many unusual steps and position changes, which makes it hard to skate with the required waltz feeling. The opening walk-around threes must be kept in time with the musical phrasing. Note that this dance starts with the man's right back outside edge. Starting with the lady's turn, they alternate their threes, which are turned with the partner's feet offset. His three turns are faster. This section ends the musical phrase with a front coupe position. This section features 2 different sets of side-by-side threes. The first is a set of touchdown threes. The second set are double threes on a 9-beat edge. The first set, in an extended arm Killian position, is hard to sustain due to the fast rotation. During the second set, they change to wrapped Killian position at an optional point in the 9-beat edge. The wrapped Killian is a dance hold with the man's left and lady's right hands clasped in front of them. The lady's left hand is placed across the front of her body to hold his right hand to her right hip. His right arm crosses behind her back to hold her left hand. Steps 14 and 15 complete this musical phrase. This next section includes an unusual movement. The ladies shoot the duck, or teapot. In Killian position, the man lowers the lady into a half-sitting shoot the duck, or teapot position, completing the movement by lifting the lady. So they can both skate side-by-side threes, ending with a front coupe. They now skate a difficult 12-beat series of 3 turns on 1 foot. The lady skates her first 2 threes by wrapping around the man while both are in an attitude position. She then assumes the male role of the Killian hold in preparation for their side-by-side three turns. They conclude in the back coupe position. In this section, there are two unusual ice dance movements performed by the man. He skates his pivot, his spread eagle, into his right rocker. This section is very difficult. The woman must skate a 15-count step all on one foot. The couple starts the cascade sequence as they step onto a left forward outside, then the man skates a shallow drag while the lady steps into an inside three-turn. She continues her rotation with a right back outside one rotation twizzle in coupe position, followed by double threes, a back outside three, and a forward inside three. During which the man turns his forward inside three-turn. Continuing on, she takes a layback position. With her body leaning backward and her free leg stretched in front, she turns a back three, draws herself up, and skates a forward inside twizzle onto a forward inside. The next section includes two series of double threes for the man. This side-by-side Choctaw section is turned in waltz time. They skate two open Choctaws. The first, a right inside swing Choctaw in Foxtrot position. Then they cross behind into a left inside Choctaw in Killian position. And they conclude the dance with the man's left forward three-turn. Despite the difficulty of the dance, the couple convey the feeling of an elegant, light and lively Viennese-type waltz. The Foxtrot. This is a dance which should be skated with a smooth, gliding rhythmic motion and soft knees. The open or foxtrot position is similar to the waltz, but the couple face in the same direction. The opening cross-behind chassé should be tightly crossed. Next, the man skates a right cross roll into a 3-turn to skate his left back outside facing the lady in closed position. The lady's step 4 commences with a right cross roll onto a 4-beat forward edge, leaving her free leg back, and coordinating her knee action to match the man's 3-turn action and the music. It is important for both skaters to keep their hips under them to enable them to properly skate this deep 4-beat edge with good posture. This section leads into a closed mohawk turn for the lady. On her right forward outside, the lady's tracking of the curve set by the man's left back outside is critical to setting up the transition into the mohawk. The direction of the lady's left forward outside edge is also critical because she moves from following the curve of the man's steps to being slightly to the side of his right hip. The instep of the lady's right free foot is placed at her left heel for the turn. She then steps onto the right back outside on the same curve and matches her knee action to the man with her free leg extended. The man, during the same section, sets the depth of curve with his left back outside edge, and then skates his right back outside progressive. On the third step of the progressive, the man accelerates slightly to be in advance of the lady's left hip with his right hip, but maintaining hip contact. The foxtrot concludes with 2 inside edges skated in foxtrot position. These must be inside edges, not straight lines or outside edges. The rocker foxtrot. This dance is also a foxtrot rhythm with the same type of expression, but a slightly faster tempo. The dance begins with a cross-behind chassé, a progressive, and a lady's rocker. This is a demonstration of the left forward outside rocker turn. Note in the rocker foxtrot, the prescribed turn is a swing rocker. Steps 1 to 4, the cross-behind chassé followed by the progressive, must set up the direction of the lady's outside rocker. The lady's free leg swings forward before the turn, and she skates from an outside edge to an outside edge. It is important that the lady's rocker is directed to the diagonally opposite corner of the rink. It determines the pattern for the rest of the dance so that the next sequence may be restarted on the long axis. The man in this same section must assist the lady in her movement. Here the man is on the inside of her curve. It would help the lady more if the man were on the outside of her curve to enable them to have a deeper exit edge from the rocker. This section, from the man's 2-beat left forward outside, which is step 7, to step 10, is critical for setting up the correct side-by-side outside closed mohawks. For the man's left forward outside, the couple's right forward outside cross roll, both must take care to skate a progressive stroke, not a crosscut, on step 9. They must maintain a nice rounded curve, and step 10 must be a full right forward outside with no change of edge. The turn is the same as the lady's outside mohawk in the foxtrot, except the couple skates mohawks side by side. The exit continues the rotation. Then they both skate a cross in front to step down onto a left back inside for step 13. Then, with tight, neat feet onto a right forward inside for step 14, which should not be stepped ahead. Although the rocker foxtrot requires control, good knee action, change of lean, and flow will enhance the character. The Quickstep. This is really a fast foxtrot, which should be skated in a light and lively fashion. The Killian hold is strongly maintained throughout. This set pattern dance must start and restart each new sequence with step 1 on the midline. The curve of the opening chasse and progressive, steps 1 to 4, must follow the curve to the barrier before commencing the left forward outside edge of the Choctaw. The lady must slide a bit behind the man's hip, although still in hip-to-hip contact, without either one breaking at the waist. And their shoulders must be parallel to set up the turn. The swing-closed Choctaw is a turn from an outside edge to an inside edge. Following the turn, the free foot is placed in front of the new skating foot, with the hip position closed, hence the term. The foot swings through for the turn. The foot placement is the instep of the free foot to the heel of the skating foot for the turn onto the inside edge. The turn is followed by a change to an outside edge. Note the change is skated by drawing the free foot to the side and back with an open hip position. These steps should be aimed alternately toward the far barrier and the near barrier. Crosses should be tight and correct. Step 10 should have a strong curvature to the right back outside edge. Steps 11 and 12 should both be on strong inside curves, leading into a progressive. The progressive, steps 13 to 15, is skated in a lively and rhythmic fashion. The progressive concludes with a cross in front, followed by a cross behind, into a change, and then a cross in front. The right cross in front initiates the strong forward change of edge, skated quickly from an inside to an outside edge. In this example, variation of interpretation is achieved through the use of the lady's right hand and arm. This is acceptable provided they remain hip-to-hip in a tight Killian position. the blues. This couple demonstrates excellent interpretation as they give the blues a slight delay to bring out the languid, easygoing blues music. Step 1 begins with the man's cross roll and the lady's cross step. The man skates a right cross roll into a progressive, followed by a left forward outside cross roll 3-turn. The lady skates a tight left cross behind and tight right cross in front, followed by a left back outside edge, then a tight right cross behind and tight left cross in front. The man does his 3-turn beside the lady. This makes it easier for both skaters to perform the right back outside edge on a well-rounded curve, followed by the forward cross roll swing. The direction of steps 5, 6, and 7 is important. The couple must fully rotate their right back outside on step 5 before stepping forward onto the left forward outside on step 6, which continues the curve, so that the cross roll right forward outside is directed toward the short axis of the rink before curving around to complete the swing roll. This helps to set up the correct edges for the Choctaw. There should be a soft and flexible knee action on the promenade, the forward progressive, to match the blues rhythm. The promenade must be fully curved around the corner to ensure the couple skates a right forward inside. The change of lean to the left forward inside into the Choctaw must be effortless. The entry edge to the closed Choctaw is a bold left forward inside for both. The instep of the free foot is brought into the heel of the skating foot with an easy weight change to the right back outside, which should be of equal curvature. After the Choctaw, the couple skates a back cross roll, not a cross step, onto a deeply curved left back outside. This right forward inside edge must be on a curve, so that the pattern may retrogress here. The Midnight Blues. This dance should be skated with strong edges and deep knee bends to achieve a slow, rhythmic, relaxed, and easygoing blues expression. The dance begins with a reverse foxtrot hold. This is the reverse foxtrot hold. On step 4, the man passes the lady to track behind her into a brief Killian position with both of his hands on her hips. While the lady skates 2 fast crossfoot 3s, steps 3A and B, the man joins her with his crossfoot 3 on her second turn. Steps 5 to 9 are the swing change to the tuck section. On step 7, the couple swing their legs, change edge from outside to inside, swing, followed by 3s, ending by rising on the skating knee, resuming closed position. They start step 9 with a wide inside edge, and after the lady's inside 3, conclude with matching leg tucks. Steps 10 to 12 are called the swoop section. They start in closed position, and after she turns her 3 under his left arm, they assume closed hand-in-hand position with arms extended, move into outside position before she turns her twizzle under his left arm. The man skates a 3-turn, bracket, change of edge, and 3-turn on his long 9-beat step on 1 foot. Here is the footwork. Their first coupés, his bracket and her 3-turn together, her back 3, then their changes of edge together into her attitude, with the man's back inside edge with its left ankle under the lady's left foot, concluding with the lady's back inside twizzle. Steps 13 to 16, the edge section, features strong, deep edges. Continuing on, steps 17 to 21, the Ina Bauer section, features side-by-side Ina Bauer moves in Killian position. Starting with cross rolls, she turns a 3 to assume Killian position and skate the Ina Bauer, followed by inside 3 turns on the and, brief wide steps, and the lady's right back twizzle, followed by matching leg extensions. The Ina Bauer is a movement on 2 feet. With the weight on the front foot for both, and the back foot is extended in the opposite direction but behind the tracing of the leading foot. This is the layover layback section. From the Killian position, the lady turns a rocker and the man a change of edge to outside position. They assume the layover layback position, concluding with 2 3-turns. After the lady's right inside rocker, she tucks her free leg. And they assume the dramatic position of the layover for the man and the layback for the lady. And after the 2 3-turns, the man moves the lady to his left side. The dance concludes with crosscuts. Then they change to the reverse foxtrot hold and step forward ready for the repeat of the dance. This view from a high vantage point provides the opportunity to observe the depth of edge and fullness of lobes required for this set pattern dance. The lively dances.